Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel, or welcome if you're new. My name is Veda and this is The Simple Budget. Here on my channel I show you how my family is using the zero-based budgeting method in order to get out of debt and simplify our financial life. If that sounds like content that you're interested in, I would love it if you would hit the subscribe button and join our little crew here. And with that being said, let's get into today's video. Well, happy Friday to all of you. Thank you for joining me today. And thank you so much for the lovely comments that you guys have been leaving on my videos this week. I haven't gotten a chance to get back to all of them and reply to all of them, but I am seeing them and you guys are just so sweet and so kind, and it makes me like emotional and filled with joy to just see the lovely things that you have to say about me, about my channel, and just all of the congratulations for hitting 5,000 subscribers. So thank you guys again so much, and so much for that. Again, the announcement for the 5,000 subscriber giveaway is actually going to be in Monday's cash stuffing, so stay tuned for that. But today we're going to go ahead and do our weekly check-in. We don't have that many purchases to go over for the last week, but it's fun to do nonetheless. And if you're new to my channel, the weekly check-in is basically just where we check in with all of the online debit non-cash purchases that we've made over the last week, and go ahead and return that cash back to the bank so that we don't overdraw our checking account. So I'm going to go ahead and zoom you guys in, bring in the expense tracker and zoom you guys in so that we can get into the rest of the video. All right, so let's just go ahead and jump into this expense tracking. If you are new to my channel, just really quickly, this expense tracker is available in my Etsy shop as a digital download. You can get it just the expense tracker as a single document here. It's available in A5 size and US letter size, but then it's also part of my larger budget planner that I have available in my shop as well. I have a digital notes app version for your tablet, and then I also have a digital printable download that has like a full budget planner, and this is part of that as well. So I didn't want to miss the opportunity to tell you about that. I gotta figure out where we are here first. I just lost my spot. Okay. Oh, I figured it out. Okay, here we go. So, actually, let me make sure that that's still in frame. I know it's a little tricky when, you can see all of my purchases from the last week, but I use this budget planner and I don't want to duplicate papers and waste papers by writing something fresh for you guys. So I apologize if it's a little difficult to read, but I go over each purchase anyway, and we give a little chat about it. So here we go. On the 23rd from Home Depot, my husband actually purchased some pellets for his smoker so that we could do hamburgers and hot dogs on the smoker, and it was really lovely, but he was low on pellets, so he had to go get them, and Home Depot is the closest place that carried them. They were $19.43, and I'll be returning $20 to the bank, because if you are new to my channel, we go ahead and round up what we take back to the bank. And then my husband tracks that extra change overage, and he puts it in a virtual coin jar that we track and use as like an account buffer or a miscellaneous spending category, that sort of thing. So that is that. Next up, my husband finally got our oil changed. I know that some of you were stressed out about that one. There's one of you in particular, and I cannot remember your name, but I know that you were Glasses, because we chatted about that a couple weeks ago. And then also you were very worried about my husband not taking our car in to be, to have the oil change. So that's finally done. So, oh, there's my dryer. So it was also on the 23rd. It was at Brakes Plus It's going to come from car expenses, and it was $85.43. And so I'm going to be returning $86 back to the bank. Next up was, I don't have the date on here. It was an Amazon purchase, and my husband needed some new running shoes because he is actually training for a 5K, and it had been like years and years and years since he had purchased himself some new running shoes. So it was definitely time. So the total was $108.20, but we've broken it down into a couple different categories. We broke it down into clothes for $58.20. And we're just returning $58 to the bank because the 20 cents is just going to come from our virtual coin jar. But then also my husband is paying for half of them as well from his own personal spending, because a running shoe is like definitely one of those like necessity kind of things. But because they're so pricey and we're new to cash stuffing and still kind of beefing up our envelopes, he decided to split the cost with the clothes budget and pay for some of them himself. So that's what we're going to do with that one. Next up, this is actually an expense for me, but we're not returning this one to the banks just yet. So I'm going to just put a line through this, and I'll explain why in a minute. I am renting a car for my little weekend away because we have one family car, and obviously they will still need it even though I'll be gone. And the total for the weekend away is $165.18. I'm going to be paying $165 back to the bank eventually, but we're waiting until all of the expenses from my weekend away add up, and then we will just kind of like bulk handle that cash going back to the bank. So right now, our bank account is just kind of floating this $165, but this is actually another little helpful tidbit if you're new to my channel or if you're new to cash budgeting and cash stuffing. My husband and I don't really keep a buffer in our account per se. We use our bills and expenses as a buffer. So our mortgage, our electric bill, our water bill, all of those kinds of things, they just stay in our bank account until the bill comes due. And so it acts as a buffer because we're really good about returning money back to the bank. So it just acts as a buffer to kind of carry purchases like this until we do take the money back to the bank. So that's just what we're choosing to do for the expenses for my trip that I'm going on. But otherwise, we would return this to the bank right away. But it's just how we're choosing to handle the expenses from this particular event. So that's that. Next up, I bought my daughter, I think, all of the clothes that she is going to need to get her through this fall and winter season. Old Navy was having a really good sale, so I got her quite a few pairs of jeans and just some nice little shirts as well. And so that was also on the 23rd. None of these, I don't make all of these purchases on the 23rd, but I've said, or on one date, but I've said this before. It's just when it hits our account. And so, that's just why I put that date there and why there are so many of the same date on one sheet. So anyway, that's coming from our clothes category. It's $80.52, but we're taking $81 back to the bank. Oh, that's it for this page. There we go. All right. Next up, the long-awaited Nutcracker tickets purchase. So I'm so glad for social media and their all-knowing algorithms, because the ballet company that performs the Nutcracker near us had an ad pop up on my Instagram account, and I was like, oh my gosh, I have to buy Nutcracker tickets. I didn't realize that they were already out and ready. So that's what I did. So I purchased tickets for the 4 of us to go see the Nutcracker. It's coming from our Christmas category. The total, including like fees and stuff, was $346. I'm only returning $204 to the bank because I'm just not stuffing Christmas this next week. I think that's how we chose to handle it. So I just subtracted what I was going to be stuffing from Christmas and my Monday cash stuffing from this total. And so that's what left me with the $204 that we have in our envelopes here that I will be returning to the bank. But I was so excited to purchase these. It just made me so happy. Like, here, we'd spent this entire year saving for them, and then we bought them. It was just so fun. Anyway, moving right. You guys will have to let me know if you like the Nutcracker as much as I do. I am like a child every single time I go see it. I've seen it maybe 5 times at this point, and every time I go, I'm just like a giddy little schoolgirl. I absolutely love it. I am mesmerized by the ballerinas. What are the men called? Well, I'm going to take a page out of the Phoebe Buffet playbook and call them ballerinos. I don't know what they're called. What if they are called ballerinos? That would be hilarious. Anyway, I think that they're fascinating, and I'm just amazed at what they can do with their bodies and their strength and agility and all those things. So I'm so, so excited for my kids to experience it for the first time. It's just going to be so fun. So anyways, next up, the gutters. We finally got our gutters installed, and you guys, it is so funny because we got them installed and literally the next day the skies opened in Texas. We had the hugest rainstorm. My husband and I always say it's so funny because Texas has no chill. Like there's no gray area. It's either an absolute devastating drought where water levels are way down and you can't water anything and plants are dying, or it's monsoon season. Like there's just no middle ground. And that's what it was. Literally the day after we got our gutters installed, it was just like a monsoon. So today happens to be a sunny day, but I think for the next couple of days, it's supposed to rain too. So I'm just cracking up because like I said, no middle ground, no light drizzle here or there, just absolute gushing water. So the install of those gutters could not have been better timed. The entire thing ended up costing us $1,275. There was like a fee in there for, I don't know, whatever app they take payment through, because I didn't have all of the cash on hand with me that day. And he didn't let me know about that fee ahead of time. So that was kind of annoying. So the fee was actually $75. The whole thing was $1,200, I think. Maybe it was $1,250 and the fee was $15. Either way, I'm only returning $275 from the bank, or from my envelope here to the bank, because we just pulled the $1,000 we had in our high yield savings account and put that in our checking account to cover the $1,000. So I'm returning $275 to the bank. But the gutters are done, and I'm so excited. And now we are moving on to saving for screen doors. So hopefully we get there as quickly as we got the gutters. I'm super excited. So next up was an Amazon purchase. I needed to buy more vellum for my Etsy shop. You guys have been crazy supportive for me over there lately, and I'm so, so grateful for it, especially with envelopes. I love making envelopes. It's my most favorite thing to do. One, because I just think it's fun, and two, because I love seeing the different category names that you guys have. It's just so entertaining for me. I love it. So I needed to purchase more vellum. And so the total came to $41.79. And I'm returning $42 to the bank. Next up, and because we cannot help ourselves, Target. It was on the 25th. The purchase was $112.32. And as per usual, it broke down into several categories. So first up was the grocery portion of it. It was $54.43. I'm returning $55 to the bank. Home decor, because, oh my gosh, guys, I got a mug, a Christmas mug. Let me tell you something. Chip and Joanna Gaines are wicked evil temptresses. And whenever I go, I love their stuff year round, but their Christmas stuff is just like next level perfection. And they had a Christmas coffee mug that I had. You know what? I'm going to go get it and show you guys. Okay, are you ready? This is it. I loved the shape of this. Like, just, it looked like a little teapot. And I love the evergreens embossed. And evergreen is like my favorite plant. I just think they're so beautiful. And yeah, I just loved the 3 little evergreens embossed in it. I loved the shape. It is not quite as big as I usually like my coffee mugs, but I was willing to give it a chance because I just thought that it was so adorable. For those of you who may be new to my channel, I'm not like a colorful person. I certainly have more color in my Christmas mugs than any other mug that I have. But this is like I'm a neutrals girl. So if it's black or tan or cream or gray or somewhere in that family, that's my jam. And so I just loved the simplicity and the minimalism of this, but the shape of it was really what got me. Like, it just looks like a little teapot. It's so cute. So anyway, I'm gonna just set him up here. So that's the $6.99 mug that I got. I mean, $6.99, so worth it. So it was in the Chip and Joanna section at Target. So give her a look if you have one near you. If it's in budget, please don't buy things that you cannot afford. I cannot stress that enough. That's how you end up $60,000 in debt, like somebody that you know who's talking to you right now. Anyway, last up during this trip was, oh my gosh, I was so excited about this. So it's from Christmas. It was $51.90. So I'm going to be taking $52 back to the bank. I have the Target Circle app, and they'll let you know like different weekly sales and deals and things that they're having. So I get 5% off of every purchase from Target because I have their red card, their debit card, not their credit card. And then they were having, it was like 25% off of one toy or children's book. And then I had like a personal little deal in my app that they gave to me. It was $5 off of a toy that was $25 or more. So I went down one of the toy aisles for one of my children and found a doll that she had asked for Christmas, and then a little bunk bed set that goes with the doll. It's the ones that look like American Girl dolls, but they're not American Girl dolls at Target. Anyway, there was one specific American Girl doll that she wanted, or, Target American Girl doll that she wanted. And so I was able to get that for her. And then the bunk bed set was actually, what was it? It was on sale from like $35 to $30. And so I was like, okay, so I'll be able to use the 25% off of like the doll and then the $5 off of a $25 toy on like the bunk bed set. Well, I ended up getting the $5 off of a $25 toy on both of the toys. I don't know how Target justified that for me, but I was so happy about it. So the doll and the bunk bed set came to $51.90, and I didn't think that was bad. So I was really excited about that. And I love those little like piecemeal Christmas trips that you can get done, because then it just makes for a far less stressful holiday season, at least in my book. So anyways, that is it for our purchases today. So I'm going to go ahead. Oh gosh, I have cotton on my, please excuse my nails, by the way. I was going to give myself a pedicure and then a manicure, and then I realized that I was out of nail polish remover. So that's why my nails look all janky like this. But hopefully the next time you see me, they don't look janky. So anyways, I'm going to zoom you guys back out. We will go ahead and add all of this up, and then we will pull the cash. All right, so here's what we're going to do. I always zoom you guys through this, but I am going to add up all of the return to bank expenses that we have for today. That way we'll know what total we're supposed to have at the end of everything. I always zoom you guys through that because nobody wants to watch me use a calculator. And then we will get into the unstuffing. So, whoops, all off kilter. All right, here we go. All right, so at the end, we should have $930. That is a spendy week, but none of it was out of budget, so we love that. Let me just make a little note here. So $930. And, oh, you know what? Let me get my cash tray. My cash tray, which I love, is from a little Etsy shop called Funds and Fun. I will go ahead and leave it linked below if you guys are interested in grabbing one for yourself. That works. Okay, here we go. So let's go ahead and just first up, we will jump into household. Actually, yeah. So let's do high priority. And household is up first. It's getting, or we're pulling $20. Let me just make sure there are no other household items. I don't see any. Nope. Okay. So $20 from household. Here we go. So I'm gonna do 10, 5 and 5 ones just to give us some change here. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Let me just double check that. Oops. Wow. Here we go. 10, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. All right. And that will, like I said, give us change. And so remaining in household, we have 10, 15, 25, 35, 41, and 2 in household. Oh my goodness. Okay, there we go. And let me just go ahead and check that off. Oops. What did I just say? 42. 42 left in household. And then next up, we're going to go into car expenses and get $86. I'll just 20, 30, 40, 50, 65, 7. Ah, bummer. Okay. So what did I say? 86. 100 minus 86. Yes, I need to do that on a calculator. 14. Oh, we've got it here. Okay, so 100, and I'm taking back 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. So much for having change. I'm sure I'll pick more back up. Here we go. So now in car expenses, we have 100, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 75, 80, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 186 in car expenses. That's still good. So let's go. Here we go. 186 and check that off. And okay, I was gonna say, I know we've got a couple close. Okay, so 58 and then 81. Let me just check. That's it. 58 and 81. 58 plus 81. 139 from close. Here we go. So, oh, I was like, wait, I know I have a 100. 120. All right, so 140, and then I'll just get $1 back in change. All right, 100, and oh, you know what? I might need to move that down. There. So now in close, we have 20, 45, 55, 60, 1, 2, and 3. So 63 in close. And I'll draw a line through that, put a check mark, and 63 is left in close. And then, okay, so that's a low priority. Let me see. I think house project is also, oh, grocery. Groceries in here, 55 from groceries, 20, 30, 40, 55. So 5, 6, 7, and you know I'm going to take these ones for the dollar savings challenge. So $7 left in groceries for now. There we go. 7, and I'll just put a little check mark there. And I think, yep, that does it for our high priority sinking funds. That off to the side and grab low priority sinking funds and go right into his, because my husband has to pay back 50 for those shoes. There we go. Oh, perfect. 50 right off the top. Oh, you know what though? I do need to go in and get a balance. If he were here, of course he would want the balance. So 500 in the bank, 50, 70, 80, 95. So 595 in his personal spending. There we go. 595. Give it a little check mark, and that covers the front page. Let's move on to the back. House project. I need to grab 275. That's way in the back here. Oops. So 1, 2, 50, 75. Perfect. So now in house project, we have 50, 100, 20, 45, 55, 56. what is that? 156 left to go toward our screen doors. Oh, here, let me put this in here. Okay. What did I just say? 156. I've been on this like not remembering things kick lately. So 156. And then, oh, home decor. So home decor, I need $7. I think I only have 5 from here. Yep. Yeah, I only have 5. So I'm gonna go ahead and open up my budget planner and flip to my cash stuffing plan for Monday and just subtract 2 from what I was planning to stuff. Here we go. Home decor. I was planning to stuff 5. So now I'm stuffing 3, and I know that's just gonna absolutely irritate some of you, but you love me. Just remember that you love me whenever you get tired of my numbers. By the way, my budget planner is available in my Etsy shop. I think I already mentioned that at the beginning of the video though. So I actually paid back 5. So we've got a big old goose egg and I stuffed 5. So I need to subtract 2 from the, wait, was it 930? So 928. We'll see. I might have to re-add that because 930 doesn't sound right. I thought it was like 939. But we'll find out. Anyways, I think that's it for our low priority sinking funds. We've just got holiday and then my business sinking funds. So let's go ahead and pop into holiday, and it's just Christmas. So it's gonna be 204 plus 52. So that's gonna be, oh, I could have done that math in my head. 256 from Christmas. Here we go. Just leave that in there. So 100, 200, 20, 40, 55, and 56. So remaining now we have 2,000, 25, 26, 27, 28, and 29. So 2,029 in Christmas. Oh, here, let me put this. Here we go, put a line. Oop, would help if I actually had it pressed down. 2,029. And that leaves just materials left in my business binder. So let me pop in there, and I just need to grab $42 from materials. Here we go. So, well, I'm shy of ones. Let's see if I have, no, 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 okay. It's always like this, isn't it? So what did I say? 42, and I have 41. Ain't that always the way? Let's pop in a low priority. Oh, you know what? Maybe high priority sinking funds, because I know toiletries has, or HOA? No. Toiletries usually has some ones. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Perfect. And then let me, do I have a 5? I have a 5. All right. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Perfect. And I will put this back into toiletries. There we go. So we still have 12. It just looks different than it did. But that's okay. Okay. Here we go. So 42, I need to pull from here. So 20, 41, and 2. And remaining in materials, I have 150, 1, 2, 3, and 4. 154 in materials. Perfect. Okay. Oh, 154. All right, so now we just have to make sure that we add up to our original number, which is going to be somewhere in the neighborhood of 930, 928. We'll see what we land at. I may need to re-add all of this just to make sure that I got what I was looking for. So here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 57, 7, 20, 40, 60, 88, 20, 40, 60, 70, 80, 90, 900, 5, 10, 15, 25, 26, 27, 28, 928. Okay, so it looks like our original number was right of 930. And then I subtracted the 2 since I was shy $2 for the mug that I bought that was absolutely worth being shy $2. So anyways, thank you guys so much for tuning in to today's video. I hope that you enjoyed it. If you did, please go ahead and give it a thumbs up and leave me a comment down below. I have been just so loving chatting with you guys this week, especially. Everybody seems to be celebrating me hitting 5,000 subscribers, which is the best feeling in the world. It's not just me being excited for myself, which, I mean, admittedly I am, but it's you guys being excited with me, which actually makes it like a million times better. So thank you guys for your encouragement and for your kindness and for just the lovely words that you're saying to me. It's just meant so much. So anyways, if you haven't subscribed to my channel already, I would love it if you did. And I hope that you guys have a fantastic weekend. I know I said that I was going to show you guys footage of my front yard pumpkin in today's video, but I don't know what I was thinking because it's actually going to be in Monday's cash stuffing. I'm going to show you the pumpkin that's growing in my front garden. It's absolutely fantastic, and it's been loving all the rain that we're getting. So stay tuned for that one. Have a wonderful weekend, and I will see you guys on Monday for the cash stuffing. Bye, everyone.